What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? Where'd my music go? There it goes. It was just right at the end of a song. It's like, what the heck? Anyway, what's up, y'all? Gonna go get some of them new pets. I got the Dino already, the regular Dino. But I want the golden Dino, of course. And that's a rare drop from a dungeon map. And then there's the new ship. And the ship is a drop from any pirate maps. So going to be doing dungeon maps and pirate maps here today. Anyway, welcome y'all, welcome. Lewis, Mini Apprentice, Headless Horseman. Well, the Headless Horseman's been in the game for about 5 years. That's a premium pet. The Mini Apprentice and stuff, those drop from... where do they drop from? I think they drop from any... Where would they drop? Any of the Wild West maps? I think those drop from either of the Wild West maps, either the Wildest West or the Wild Westival. But I've got all those. Those are the ones that came in the last update. The new ones are the Dino, the ship, and then there's the Defender Metal one that you can get over here, which I'm way far away from being able to get. I just don't do dailies anymore. The Amber Dino. 7,500 Defender medals for that bad boy. What's up there, Thugtastic? Shelly Lynn's here. I'm going to be doing another Stardew series soon there, Shelly Lynn. Citro Veteran Luis. What up, y'all? RNQ5, Thugtastics. Anyway, let's hop on in and get it done. So, we're going to start off with dungeon maps. We're going to do Molten Citadel. And we will name this one Stuff and Things. So hopefully, well, there's just the maps that I haven't done yet in Stardew, like the Four Corners map. I mean, there's a bunch of the maps that I haven't played through yet. So I want to, I want to deck out the other maps. I'll probably do Joja playthroughs just to get to end game quicker. But yeah, I want to deck out the other maps and play around with them. Anyway, so join on Stuff and Things. I'm on US West. The same as I've always done. You can do exclamation spotlights in chat there, Anthony, and those playlists are all still there. All the old stuff's still the same. There hasn't been enough changes to DD2 to warrant changing any of the old builds. Like a lot of people are saying, oh, I want new builds. I want to see new builds. Well, there are no new builds. It's all the same shit. You know, there's hasn't been any major changes. Anyway, I did make this public, right? Yeah, it's public. So feel free to hop on in and join me if you would like to. Trellum, what's up? What's up? You know what? Let me go back a little further here. I'm just going to be spamming these archers today because, you know, archers are cool. His dim archers is cool. Every build in the game is exactly the same. There, Trellum. There's no variation at all. You get to the speed cap, you find the range you're happy with, and then you stack power everywhere else. Literally, there's 2 builds in the entire game. There's either anti-mod builds or there's diverse builds. So, I mean, that's every damaging defense in the game. So don't get overwhelmed by the number of mods and shards and what that are in the game, because 90% of them are completely trash. You know, deadly strikes, defense rate, and destruction can get most players through the entirety of the game. all, like, everything that they plan on playing in the game. Just those 3 shards will get you through with no special mods. All right. I think this should get it. We're not a full group, but that's all right. We're close enough. Kragus, what's up, man? How you been? There's the Dino pet and the ship pet there, Tarask. They're both the Dino pets. There's 2 different ones, the regular Dino and the golden Dino. They are a rare drop from any dungeon map. And then there's the new ship that's a rare drop from a one of the high seas maps, one of the pirate maps. So going to be doing Molten Citadel and then one of the pirate maps. I'm not sure which one yet, though. But anyway, how's everybody's day going? What is what y'all up to today? Dark Phoenix, what up? What up? Work, and more work. That's fair. I am debating on taking a little side job here coming up as well. Well, nice. Thanks there, Caden. Appreciate it. SciTech, what's up, man? One of the benefits for someone like me in a professional work environment is all the pandemic coronavirus stuff. Most casinos shut down a bunch of their big tables, like craps tables and roulette tables and stuff like that. And now they're to a point where they're wanting to reopen them. So, of course, they need someone to teach their employees how to deal craps and roulette and everything else. And that happens to be one of my specialties, so... Save build base? That will never, ever be a thing. That would... The game is already so AFK, it's ridiculous. That would just completely promote AFK. I mean, as it is, like in DD2, it's almost impossible to find groups for anything because everything is gated so heavily. Like, how many people are watching the stream right now that can't join the map because they don't have Chaos 8 unlocked? You know? If this was Dungeon Defenders, or if it was Dungeon Defenders Awakened, that wouldn't be a problem. You know, you can play with your friends, you know? And, anyway, so gating is a major issue in DD2. And right now, as it is... Like, if they had save builds, I mean, no one would ever play publicly. Everyone would just multi-box the game and farm solo on 2 or 3 or 4 different accounts, you know? So it would really, really encourage AFK play too much. They've addressed it several times. They said that it's no way. Well, I mean, DD2 will never have a major update like that institutes any big system changes. That's just not realistic by any means. But for DDA, they'll never add something like that, I don't believe. I mean, I wouldn't complain, don't get me wrong. I'm not a hater. I mean, once you get a build that works and you're farming and you're grinding, you're doing the exact same build every time. So, I mean, it would only add convenience for me personally. My Steam friends list is all full up. That and like games like DD2, I don't play DD2 unless I'm live streaming it. I will never play it offline again, really. I mean, when a new update comes, if there's something new to farm, you know, I'll quad box it or dual box it like everybody else does. Just to farm up the new the new stuff. But for the most part, I don't really have any goals in DD2, sadly. There's just nothing, no real wants. No real wants or needs. But, I still need to get the pets. I don't think there is a golden haunted ship. There's a golden dino. I don't believe there is a golden haunted ship. If there is a golden haunted ship, then it will drop the same place as the regular, but it will be more rare. Just like the dino. I haven't heard him mention anything of a golden haunted ship, though. Don't really understand your question there. I've already climbed as far as I ever want to climb an Onslaught. I'll never do another Onslaught match again. Literally, never, not one. It's just awful, awful game mode. Well, then it'll be a rare drop from the high seas maps, just like the golden dino. I haven't heard him say anything about a golden ship, though. Not to say it's not there. But like the golden dino it drops the same place. Like there's a chance of getting a dino egg, and then there's a chance of it being golden. So I would assume it's the same if there's a golden ship. It's not worth anything. Don't spend a bunch of gold on it. Stuck on floor 40. Well, I mean, the game's all about counters and countering enemies and using the right defenses. So there's nothing really required other than using the right defenses. You know, Onslaught, you got to look at the lane. Look at what's there. It tells you what to do. You know, if the lane says it's enemies take reduced physical damage, then you don't use physical damage, you know? It's just kind of jumping through the hoops, doing what the game tells you. But yeah, I mean, there's no reason in 2021 for anyone to do Onslaught anymore, other than once. Do it one time to push for a decent minimum ascension level. You know, so go up to floor 270. And just for your ancient power resets. But there's no reason for anyone to ever do Onslaught in DD2 anymore. There's no reward, and it's just a leaderboard thing. You know, and it's not even a leaderboard. It's a race result. No one can get first place. First place is already taken. You know, so it's not a true leaderboard. So if leaderboards are your thing, then Onslaught's the way to go. But if leaderboards are not your thing, there's literally no reason to do it other than one time to get a decent minimum ascension. But it's a shame. It's a shame what they did. You know, they basically wrecked Onslaught when they brought it back against the wishes of the entire player base. What's going on there, Geek? How you doing, man? Welcome, welcome. That golden pet egg, that's going to be pretty elusive. The pet itself is supposed to be a 5% chance to drop, I believe, from the victory chest here. And then there's a chance for it to be golden. Looking forward to some football. Fair enough. I haven't watched a whole lot of football this year. Kind of saddening. And my wife too is a big football fan, and she hasn't been watching a whole lot of football this year either. Michigan will do that. This is true. This is true. It sucks, is the big problem. That, and it wasn't... Here's the history of Onslaught, y'all. And I'm not going to just sit here and rag on Onslaught all day. We all know it sucks. That's not a big surprise to anyone. The history of Onslaught was the original Onslaught for Dungeon Defenders 2 was Endless Mode. People loved it. Well, they took Endless Mode out for like a year. And then they said, Onslaught is making a return to DD2. And everyone thought it was Endless Mode coming back. And everyone was really, really excited about it. And then they gave us this crap that is Onslaught now. And the player base revolted. That's the history of Onslaught in DD2. It's just awful. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and rag on Onslaught. I'm going to have a little fun today. But it's just an absolutely awful game mode. They could completely remove it from the game and it would only help the player base. No egg in there, huh? It's always nice to see it on the ground, you know? But yeah, no egg in that one. Endless Mode was super fun. It was a blast. I played the living crap out of it. That's how you used to get golden eggs. How the Endless Mode worked was you chose an item that you wanted to be rewarded with. And there was like special weapons. There was special pets, the golden pets. And you chose which item you wanted to be rewarded with. And then it was every 10 or 15 waves or something, you got a special reward. You let that bad boy run all night long. People loved Endless Mode. No, it got removed because it was a performance issue for consoles because the game runs like a bucket on consoles. People adored the Endless Mode. People threw an absolute fit when they didn't bring it. When they didn't bring it back, when they said they were bringing back Onslaught. It was like one of the big trendy deceits in DD2 that pissed people off. But yeah, anyway. It is what it is. It's not changing now. So... You got 2 golden dinos. Nice, nice. Nothing wrong with a little luck, man. Nothing wrong with a little luck, that's for sure. We still got a spot open too. Anybody wants to join? I think it says stuffing things. It's a melee character. It's really good if you're into melee. I'm not a big melee fan, of course. So for me, it's a non-usable character. But if you like melee, it is super strong. I mean, a lot of people love it, you know? So, I mean, it's kind of a natural choice. I'm not a fan of melee. It really in mini games. The only games I ever play melee in really are ARPGs, like isometric view ARPGs, Diablo, Path of Exile, stuff like that. Most first-person or third-person games, I'm just not a big melee guy, you know? But a lot of people are. A lot of people love it. People like to hack and slash, you know? So, I mean, you know, the hero is really good. If you're into that sort of thing, then you'll love it. Well, it's just it takes away the spirit of Dungeon Defenders is the problem, Nick. Dungeon Defenders is a game of farming rare loot, where the next run you do, you could possibly get that super rare item that you want, or that you're looking for. It could come on the very next run. They completely removed that from DD2. DD2 is now just a farm the number on a screen game. Mindless grind at its finest. I mean, it's fun as hell, don't get me wrong, but it is what it is. It doesn't match up with other Dungeon Defenders games. This one, the rare drop is the Dino, Charlie. I've got the regular Dino, but I don't have the golden Dino yet. No, DDA is a game about loot. You get to the highest difficulty, the very next map you do, you could find the perfect item. It's a game of farming rare loot. It's just like DD1 in that regard. It's nothing at all like DD2. DD2 has no loot. Loot is just the handbag that you use to hold your shards and mods in. And then you get to 286 reroll tokens, you get your 10 out of 10 mod. I mean, that's the game. So now DDA is 100% about the loot. Well, you got to realize DD2 is the failed game in the franchise. They wanted to go back to a game that's more along the lines of the original. That was their most successful product. Every 286 rerolls, you're guaranteed a 10 out of 10 mod. So you reroll an item 286 times. I just did it this morning. It took all 286 of them. You reroll an item 286 times, you get a 10 out of 10 mod. Yeah, that's the whole point. You know, that's the whole point of the reroll system. Why 286? I have no clue. I don't know why they chose that number. It seems awfully odd, but that's the number. On your 287th reroll, no matter what, you're guaranteed a 10 out of 10. What's going on there, Neo? How you doing? Tenacity is not really needed anymore. Except for Onslaught pushes, which, you know, I don't really encourage anybody to do Onslaught pushes anymore either. Well, you don't find the mods you want is the thing, Nick. You find the reroll tokens and reroll your mods, or you buy the mods from other players. I mean, actually finding the mod you want is like super, super rare, and it's not a farmable thing. It's complete RNG, you know? Where Dungeon Defenders and Dungeon Defenders Awakened, it's targeted farming. This item drops from this map. It's a guaranteed drop. And what you're looking for is to find the highest possible quality version of it. So if you run map A, you're going to get item B, period, no matter what. Humongous, what's up, man? But that's the thing. It has the fun of the next map. You don't get that in DD2. You know you're going to have to grind 286 reroll tokens, period. You know, so you queue up Netflix, you let the game run, and you get your reroll tokens while watching the show of your choice. Where in DDA or in DD1, that super hot item with max stats and complete beast mode that would completely change your build, that could drop on the very next map you do, you know. I'm doing good. I finally got over the sickness. I was really, really sick. But I finally got over all that. Feeling good now. Now back to normal. Can't get enough caffeine. Thinking of getting back into DD2? Well, not much has changed in the 3 years. Here. There's, what, 1 new character, 2 new maps? But you've been playing long enough where you actually know the old maps. One of them is a straight-up return, and then the other one was a map that was never used, that was promised early. But nothing new in the last 3 years besides that. Hoping they add something more than just add, like, I mean, a new hero is nice and all, but when there's nothing to do in the game and you get a new hero, you've got a new hero with nothing to do in the game. So I'm really hoping they add something else, you know? Some sort of new content. You know, give us like a secondary reward tier for Mastery Mode. That would make Mastery Mode completely replayable. You know, give us some other form of game mode. You know, that would, to me, that would be, well, I mean, that would get me more excited to play it, you know? That was a big time for a lot of people, Astra. That was like the smartest marketing decision they ever made, was that Terraria crossover. You know, a lot of people came to the game then. Terraria's got that Don't Starve crossover now. Don't Starve is a game I need to get back into. That's a really, really good, fun survival game. And Terraria, of course, is just legendary. I haven't played a whole lot of Don't Starve Together. I would love to do a Don't Starve Together series sometime, if some people from Discord or whatever were interested. And then Satisfactory has got servers, public servers happening now. Supposed to be in the next update. They're on the experimental build now. Who do we got here? There's RNG Lon. We got G680 and X. Good old RNG Lon. And then Warframe started that thing today too, that Prime Resurgence thing, which is a great opportunity to get in and get some of those vaulted Prime items. The thing I'm really excited about is the Glaive Prime, and that doesn't come until January. It's on a weekly rotation. But you can fill in any of those Prime items that are not farmable because they've been vaulted or whatever. All that stuff is coming out. The update for DD2 brought a new hero there, bro, but that's about it. Oh yeah, Warframe's a great game. I've been playing it off and on again for the last couple of months. Definitely a good game. This week it was what? It's Nova Prime. I don't remember. It's Nova Prime and something else. Another Prime, and then the weapon. Mag Prime, that's right. Good call there, quick. Yeah, it's Mag Prime and Nova Prime. So, I mean, if you don't have Mag Prime, this week is the week to get it. You know? Or Nova Prime. Or the weapons that came with Mag or Nova. And accessories, etc. I mean, there's still plenty of primes I don't have, but most of them are weapons. Like, the thing I'm most interested in, like I said, is the Glaive Prime. They're expensive. I do stream Warframe. I stream it over on Twitch, though. The cross-save thing is not supposed to be too long, I don't think, Yaramir. Alright. Come on, let's see that egg. I want to see it in all its glory. It's just fun. You know, I've been using that, that new one. I don't remember the name of it. Didn't see an egg, but I looked away for a sec. Nope. No egg. Boo. It's different, you know? Playing with the glaive or the glaive type weapons, it's a different play style, and it's more fun than I thought it would be. I don't remember what the weapon called, but that weapon that you use to go in and farm the sisters, drop the coin and go into the little special world to farm the sisters. That weapon there I started playing around with that, of course, farming the sisters. And it's just super fun, you know? It's like I said, it's something different. And then I asked people, you know, can you get away with using like the Orvius or another one of those glaive style weapons? And everybody's like, nah, man, nothing's as good as the Glaive Prime. The Glaive Prime is where it's at, you know? So I want one. I actually am close to getting that Umbra Forma for or not close. I'm still a couple of weeks away, but I'm sort of kind of maybe close to getting that Umbra Forma. Yeah, the Zorus, that's it. Getting the Umbra Forma from the Nightwave, and I'll have two Umbra Forma now. I don't know what to put them on. Part of me is pretty tempted to throw them on one frame and just have one frame completely jacked up. But I just don't know what to do, you know? It's so hard to pick. Something that rare like the Umbra Forma, it's not like those are just laying around, you know? And I'm going to have two of them. You know, what do? Do I put one on each of my 2 favorite frames? Or do I put them both in one frame and create an absolute beast? I use the Glaive Prime for melee. It's just so damn good, you know? Just doing dungeon maps because we want to farm the pets. Winda, I do not remember you, but I'm old man. Memory's the first thing to go, you know? I use the Cronin, and then, like, if I'm using something where I want a ranged heavy attack, I usually use a Redeemer Prime. Like, I still use the Redeemer for Eidolon hunting and stuff like that. To one-shot those limbs. I know there's better weapons for it now, but my Redeemer still works, and I got it all formatted and everything. Oh, the Cedo is so beast, man. I use that all the time. That was actually my weapon of choice when I came back until I started farming the sister weapons. There is a new hero that just launched. This is not it. This is just a monk here. Get the Dino pets. There's a regular Dino and a golden Dino, which I've got the regular Dino already. I still need the golden from any dungeon map quick. And then there's a little warship pet that comes from any pirate map. They're both rare spawns or rare drops from the victory chest. I'm using, I got a max roll Kuvazar. It's just hard to deny that thing. It's so powerful. It's silly, you know? So I use that a lot, but I got a pretty decked out Kuvacomb now. I'm working on a Tenet Cycron right now. And of course, the first thing I had to get, was the Tenet Arca Plasmor. The Arca Plasmor just defined so much of my time playing Warframe. I had to get the Tenet version, It actually looks like they just changed the visual on that recently. Just since I played last. Like, I took a couple of months and haven't played much the last couple of months. And then I popped back in. I noticed it looks like a new visual. Well, yeah, you know how RNG is. It took me forever to get mine. I ran it for many hours. I got lucky, too. I only needed 2 of them. My very first one that I found was 57%. So I farmed a second one and then dumped the second one into the first one to get up to the max. They're all really good games, quick. Nothing wrong with that. I've been enjoying Last Epoch, and I enjoyed Lost Ark while the beta was here, too. I'm definitely going to play it a bunch once it comes out. Oh, yeah. I knock myself down with the Tsar all the time. I'm constantly shooting way too close. You're playing the Russian version? Yeah, I would debate it on it, but it's down to the time thing, you know? Right now, I've got that wonderful problem of just way, way too many games to play. You know? I've got Prime sure-footed. It's just it's half the fun, you know? It's half the fun blowing up the entire room and knocking yourself down as well. I don't know. Got a nice little bit of allure to it. And of course, I never switch it over to the shotgun mode. And then it would be a non-issue, but never. Never. Top 5 games right now? Oh, that's so hard to say. I mean, as far as like right now, today, it would be Warframe, Diablo 3, Last Epic, I mean, I'm not playing Lost Ark right now because the beta ended, but it would be Lost Ark. Then probably Dungeon Defenders Awakened. And as far as the 5th, I don't know. I play some idle games, like when I have videos editing or uploading or whatever, and I don't want it to, and I don't want to deal, you know, I don't want to bog down my bandwidth or whatever. I've been playing, I've played that Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms for a couple of years now, or at least a year. Not regular, you know, just if it's late at night and I can't sleep and I'm brain dead and I want to stare at something, a lot of times I'll fire it up. Oh, Riftbreaker. How did I forget Riftbreaker? Good Lord, Quick. Good call. You know me better than I do. Riftbreaker is the best base defense game of 2021. Realistically, it's probably the best base defense game from 2015 onward. It's so good. I haven't played Far Cry 6. I'm not against it. I just haven't yet. I've been, like a lot of the different games I play, I've been streaming over on Twitch. One thing I noticed on YouTube is if I do a lot of live streams on games that aren't Dungeon Defenders or Dungeon Defenders related, people start unsubscribing to me. So I do most of that stuff over on Twitch. It's a game with the flying arm. Oh, that was that Tiny Tina thing. We finished it. It was a Borderlands 2 DLC that they turned into a standalone product to promote their new Tiny Tina game that's upcoming. And we played through the standalone. It's still free right now on Epic. Anyone who hasn't played it yet, it's free on Epic. Just, you know, go download it. It's fun. It was fun. It was worth a playthrough. I mean, both of us had already done it before back in Borderlands 2. But it was super fun. I mean, Tiny Tina is one of, like, for me personally, it's my favorite character in Borderlands, I think. Love me some Tiny Tina, you know? But we finished it up. We probably won't revisit it. You can play through it again, of course, on true Vault Hunter mode. But I don't think we will. I'm not sure. That and my son, you know, he's got real life to attend to and doesn't just sit here and play video games all day. So it was hard to get him nailed down for a time to play it. But it was fun playing a game with him. I haven't played anything with him in ages. We played a little Halo Infinite last night. People are so tanky in that game when you're first starting, when you got the starter weapons. Oh, he's 26 now. Quick, he's getting older. But yeah, anyway, he's got his life to attend to, you know. Sounds 20 or less. Yeah, he's got a young sounding voice. Definitely sounds pretty young for sure. Man, when I was 26, I was living the life, Kragus. I was in Vegas then, working as a dealer on the strip, drinking like an absolute fish and eating crazy good food every day and not paying for any of it. It was awesome. What the heck, man? Where's my egg? Where's my egg? Boo. I didn't get one. Didn't notice, right? No. No egg. No egg for me. All I got is a stupid Gatto egg. You get them from doing void missions, Raffle my waffle. And another thing, now I had crap RNG, so I can't vouch for this, but other people in the clan had good luck with it, and that is buying those relic packs from your faction. Like I spent 100,000 Steel Meridium rep this morning and bought 5 of them, and I didn't get a single one. What's going on there, Joe? I haven't actually streamed this game in a long time. Yeah, see, here's the regular Dino, but I'm looking for the golden Dino. Bunch of junk. New 10s there. See the abilities. The abilities for what, quick? Nothing. Oh yeah, I know all about that too, Kragus. I know all about that as well. I played the first Titanfall briefly. I never played Titanfall 2. Why doesn't it let me place this? Oh, we're out of DU. Well, that's a pretty good reason. Oh, I don't have them leveled up yet, quick. No, none of it's any good. It's just a matter of collecting it just to collect it. They're not pets you would actually want to use. I mean, use them on a... Now you can use pets on a builder as a stat stick. But yeah, neither one of them are pets that you would actually want to use. It's just, you know, collecting the things. collecting just to collect, you know? It's just hard to compare with Dragolich or Sparkle Party. Like, I've been using Sparkle Party a lot. I still think, you know, with all the pets in the game, I still think that this little Autumn Meow is the best looking pet in the game. It's just such a little cutie, you know? And I like cats, too, you know? So, I just think it's a great looking pet. So I use this with Sparkle Party on it most of the time, and then of course I've got my Dragos sitting. Yeah, there was a time there, Slayerator, many years ago, but I just got tired of all the bugs, and that's one, I mentioned it before, it's one stream that I wish I still had the VOD for. I rage quit on the PS4 live on stream and said I'll never play it again. Now, obviously, I played it again on the PS4, but I so wish I had that VOD. It would be the funniest thing now to clip and go back to. Yeah, it's a good-looking pet, the little G4TO. The game runs awful on consoles. PS4 sadly gets the worst of it. It runs worse on PS4 than it does on Xbox. Kind of a bummer. But, you know, what are you going to do? It's always been that way. It's never run good, ever, on the PlayStation. I think it runs a little better on the PS5. But one of the problems DD2 has is the back end. You know, the server side, all the server side stuff is really janky, you know? So no matter what, like I've got an absolutely beast of a computer. The game should run flawlessly for me 100% of the time. But it doesn't. You know, and it's because the janky back end, there's no fixing that by a machine or a console. But janky back end is janky. All right, Waffle, take it easy. You might see me online later on in Warframe. I've yet to farm a single Aya. Something else to do. There's no real point. I mean, you can do that on anything that's not attuned, you know, with storm damage and water elemental, but it's just the power creep in Dungeon Defenders 2 is way over the top now. With C9 gear and then with the stats you get from pets now, your stats are all so blown out that, like, there is no required. Like, you don't have to do anything anymore. You can do whatever the hell you want. You know, which is a good thing, in my opinion. But, like, I don't even, for using Chaos 8 Expeditions, I don't ever even use CC anymore. You know, I just let the stuff come. Well, there's not really a best hero. That would be up to each's opinion. I mean, my opinion would be it's the EV2. The EV2 is such a wonderful builder. Just 1,000 times over, you know. Very versatile hero with some really cool defenses, but that's my opinion, you know. My opinion will differ from other people's opinion. I mean, you don't need any hero to make it all the way through really the entirety of the game, with the exception of super high Onslaught, like floor 900 plus Onslaught. There's no special heroes needed. You can do it all on just the original 4. Yeah, EV has a direct counter for Chaos 6, is one of the things. So if you're progressing through the game, EV is just a direct counter. The mercenary doesn't really bring anything special that makes it like a must-have hero or whatever. It's more of a, if you think it looks cool and fun, then get it. You know, that's what it's all about, right? It's a game, so you're supposed to be having fun. So if you think you'd have fun with it, then that's a good hero. But it doesn't bring anything that like makes it a must-have. You know. Crossplay on Warframe, that's going to be a big deal. In fact, if you can go back many, many years ago to Warframe streams and hear me saying that if they ever added crossplay to Warframe, it would make it instantly make it the best free-to-play game ever made. And here it comes. I mean, it's a really good free-to-play game now, you know. And crossplay, that's just so huge. I mean, I've got so many friends that play on PlayStation and Xbox. You know, being able to play with those friends, it's going to open up worlds for me personally. And as far as playing with viewers, you know, there's nothing better than crossplay in that regard. The telephone is ringing. I don't recognize that number. Drakenlord's Soul is it's on the rotation in Drakenfrost Keep. There's a 4-week rotation. The Drakenfrost mods are all guaranteed drops, but you gotta do the map at the right time. Absolutely. Christopher, the learning curve is not as severe as you would think. The stuff is pretty easy to figure out once you just get through some of the basics. But it's a wonderful, wonderful game. And it's got, as far as a free-to-play game goes, it's got the fairest business model of literally any free-to-play game I've ever played. Like, you never have to spend a penny and you can get everything in the game. You can get the premium currency in the game. You know, you can trade with other players and earn the premium currency. I can't speak highly enough about the game. It's a great, great game. Yeah, there's a video on my YouTube channel that shows the rotation. It's another AoE tower. Does good. I mean, like I said earlier, I mean, right now the power is so blown out of proportion that any defense that you really like, you can make it work. You know. Well, if you look up Drakenfrost mod rotation on YouTube, you'll see a video. I don't have a bot command or anything to it. But you can look and see, or if you're in Discord, you can just use the bots, exclamation Drakenfrost, and the bot spam channel on my Discord server, and you can see it. In fact, I can just look real quick. See. Let's see. It's Torchbearer right now. Next week is Frozen Path. So, it's Torchbearer, Frozen Path, Frostfire Remnants, Drakenlord's Soul is the 4 weeks. So, Drakenlord's Soul was actually last week. So, you'd have to wait 3 more weeks before Drakenlord's Soul pops back up. But yeah, it's Torchbearer right now. It goes Torchbearer, Frozen Path, Frostfire Remnants, then Drakenlord's Soul. You have to win it. You can win it from me during giveaways. What's going on there, Kayla? How you doing? Busy today with the grown-up stuff. So that's fair. That is fair. Reflect beams are extremely useful. They're a direct counter to the Hex Thrower enemy, which is the Chaos 6 enemy. Additionally, they're an unattuned defense. So you can attune an element to it and put it down in a lane and get elements applied if you're looking for generating a combo. I'm not positive there, Eric, but I think it might be Chaos 8 only, but I'm not positive. It could be lower. You'd think they would make it on any tier. But like I said, the pets are not... it is Chaos 8 only? Okay, well, there we go. The pets are not... You get them just to collect them, but it's not something that you want to use. You know, get yourself a nice Dragolich, or use Sparkle Party if you're having problems with assassins, and call it good. I mean, that's all you need for the entirety of the game. Dragolich and Sparkle Party, 2 pets, and your entire game is covered, you know? Alright, come on, you damn egg. Let's see you. Let's see you land. Damn, man. Still no eggs. No eggs for me. Boo. We'll do one more, and then I'll give up and switch over to the other one. Well, you can use them as damage, too, Kayla, but their main purpose is to reflect projectiles. Things do hit them, you just are not seeing it. Like these matches here, the builds we've been using, if we didn't have the reflect beams up, we would have the chance of getting hit by a Hex Thrower that have ungodly crazy range. So it's a protection thing, but you can also, they do have an explosion that runs across the bottom. So you can move that back further. You can use them as I mean, they used to be meta. They were so powerful, but they got nerfed big time. It got nerfed into the ground. People were having fun, you know? No fun allowed. So they nerfed that shit. No fun allowed. The fun police said no more. Throw a little Skyguard action in there too. I'm still using the same old Boostar build that I have posted on the channel. I haven't changed anything with all those. So, I mean, obviously I'm not using Boosted Grasp on it right now. I'm using Boosted Power instead. Because I'm not using it as CC at all. But normally, if I was using it as CC, I would use it, use Boosted Grasp. Alright, come on, you stupid egg. Doesn't drop this time, though. I'll switch it up and go over to, go over to a pirate map. Go for the ship instead. Like I said, I've got the regular dino. I just am missing the golden dino. Codes should still work. Any codes... I mean, the back-end system for Dungeon Defenders 2 has never changed. It's still the original. Codes don't have an expiration on them. So if you want a code somewhere, then that code is still going to be good. Yeah, I was using mainly the Abyss Lord's Archers too until the Rogue hit, and now I've been using these instead. The Abyss Lord, I mean, a tower's a tower, you know, use any of them. Use whatever your favorite is. From running, it's a rare drop from any of the dungeon maps on Chaos 8. So that's why we're doing this one here. No, there are no codes like that. That, and I mean, codes are one-time use. If you found one somewhere, it's probably already been redeemed. There are no just generic, this unlocks this. It doesn't, it's not that kind of game. But a code is a code. It doesn't, it's all the same back-end system, the same servers. It's a 5% chance to get the Dino egg, I think. As far as getting the golden Dino, I think it's a reduced chance on top of it. Diabolical, what's up, man? How you been? Long time no see. Or maybe it's a 20% chance to get an egg, and then it's a 5% to get the dino, the golden egg. I'm not sure. Working in life, that's fair. Vaffalord, thank you so much. Appreciate the sub, man. Welcome, welcome. I haven't been playing a whole lot of DD2. It's the same. There's same old there, DJ. I don't really have a favorite brand of orange juice. My rules with juice in general is I don't like from concentrate. So, I don't like concentrated and then reconstituted juice. But as far as the brand, I don't really care. I don't know off the top of my head, Quicksilver, but all the files are in the same place. If you right-click it in Steam and click Locate on Computer, you'll be able to find it. It'll be named Movies or something like that. I don't know. Here, let me see. Let me look real quick. Let's see now. There we go. Little delayed reaction. Yeah, if you go to your Dungeon Defenders Awaken file there quick, it'll be in DDS, then Content, and then Movies, and it will show all the cutscenes in there. So weird. Even on PC, it's got the Switch logo in the files. The Switch, chromatic logo. That's weird. Very strange. I wouldn't suggest even bothering there, Sage. There's 0 point in climbing Onslaught. Do it once to 270 to get yourself a nice minimum ascension level, and then forget it Onslaught exists. 0 reward. No reason to do it. I don't think it's going to be here before the end of the year, but I don't know. You figure it's halfway through November now, and they just now teased the first map, and it was clearly not even in a working order yet. So I think before the end of the year is probably a stretch. Yeah, I haven't played a game with Omni in many, many years. I think it would be pretty awesome to have it drop right before the holiday season. That would be pretty kick-ass, but I'm not sure how realistic that is. Yeah, I think late January, early February is probably more realistic as well. I tell you what would be very, very smart for them. I don't know if they'll be able to get it done by then, but it would be very, very smart to have PlayStation launch in DDA right before the holiday season, or right during the holiday season. I think that would be a very, very, very wise move on their behalf. But, you know, it's either done or it's not. They can't just flip a switch and make it work. You know, it's got to be ready to go. But yeah, I'd love to see it soon. I'm anxious to see what the other stuff is, you know? The heroes. You know, who's the next returning hero going to be? Sacred Cow, what's up, man? How you doing? Well, I mean, in its current form, DD2 is definitely a better game than DDA, but DDA has more long-term potential, where DD2 doesn't really have any. DD2 is at its potential now. It can't ever really get any better. It can't get any worse. Well, I mean, I guess it could. Debatably, the Reflect Beam nerf made it worse for a lot of players, but DDA has future potential. You know, the game is just, it's just getting started, you know, where DD2's all, it's a finished product getting monetization updates at this point. Well, I don't want to jinx it and say it'll never happen there, Aramir, but I think the chances of that are, I think I've probably got a better chance of winning the lottery than Onslaught getting reworked. That would just cost a lot of money for a game that lost a lot of money, you know? Well, you know how it works there, Sacred Cow. Because they spent millions and millions of dollars on Dungeon Defenders 2, and it was made by a bank. It wasn't made by a game developer. Dungeon Defenders 2 is really pretty. Nobody's going to deny that. That's part of the reason why Dungeon Defenders 2 failed financially, though, is because they spent too much money on it and never got the money back, you know? You spend $18 to $20 million making a video game, and then the game generates $5 million. That's not a good thing. I mean, I don't know that the game generated $5 million, but I know it didn't make its initial investment back. But yeah, it's super pretty. What's going on there, Lucas? Another game mode like Onslaught? That'd be awesome. I wouldn't want it like Onslaught, though. I mean, Onslaught is the game mode that destroyed the game right now. Why would they want to make another one like it, you know? But a different game mode, I think, would be great. I think one of the easiest things they could do to add replay value to the game right now is make Mastery mode repeatable. You know, give a different reward schedule. It doesn't have to be the same thing, you know? Man, just no luck here today at all. Let's switch it up, go to a different map. Looks like I'm bugged. The end screen's never gonna come. Boo! Yeah, I can't even access my inventory right now. This game's not buggy at all. Same pets on every hero, quick. Dragolich is the pet you'd want to use on literally every hero. What the hell, man? Janky game is janky. Confirmed. Let me reload it here, and hopefully I didn't lose too much progress. I just don't get it, man. Fix the goddamn bugs. Make the game not a piece of shit. Then people will want to play it. Oh, in the DDA, a cat. If you're having survivability issues, then use a giraffe. If you're not having survivability issues, then use a prop cat. Janky, janky, janky. Goddamn 8-year-old game, man. Make the goddamn game run. Let's see. Well, I don't think I lost anything. You got a golden dino? Nice. Congrats. I did not even get a regular dino. I got the regular dino, though, like I said. Nah, keep your golden dino, man. I don't want to take anybody's golden dino from them. I've got a couple of the regular ones now. but I just need the golden one. But let's move over to a different map. Did I clear everything? Looks like it did. All right, so let's go to the high seas. Plunderer's Paradise or Jack Sparrow? Let's do Plunderer's Paradise. Public game. The RNG is right here, y'all. Come get it. Well, I mean, I don't need it either, you know. But nah, keep it, man, or sell it. You probably get a few million gold for that bad boy. The second I get the golden dino, that's one less reason I have to play the game. So I don't want to take any handouts. You bought one for 500K? Wow. Well, I mean, it's not a hot item, you know. If I saw one for 500K, I would have bought it too. That's a great price. Not a hot item. It's just, you know, it's a completionist thing. Yeah, I put one. Like, did I put one of the things over there? How's the rogue? It's good if you like melee. Good as a builder, too. What do we got left? 110. What do we want to do at 110? We can throw a Sky Guard here. And then maybe a couple of Flame Auras to kill the flyers off. Oh, something like that ought to work. Yeah, 500K seems like a great price. So I'm going to guess that was someone who didn't know any better that sold that, though, Jeff. Reflexes reflex. Well, hex throwers are a thing, you know. It's, what's RNG line pinging about? Did I forget to build a lane? I got that one. I think I got all the stuff. Kind of a turtle build on that side, so it will be a little slow mover. Sky Guards are really effective. Every tower is OP now, Thomas. Elvish artillery isn't better than anything else. Throw gear on tower, win Chaos 8. That's kind of the general rule. People stopped using Sky Guards because of Onslaught. Sky Guards have their potential falls off in Onslaught, like around like floor 300 or 400. But for Chaos 8, they still melt flyer lanes. You don't want to use a primitive set on your rogue quick. It wouldn't do anything. Same as every other defense in the game, Thomas. Defense rate, double stack destruction equals win. I do have Piercer Servo on it. But you would only, on the rogue, you only want to use Ancient, Guard, or Militia quick. And I would suggest Militia. Primitive doesn't actually do anything for the rogue. The fusion sets only affect the devices. So it's only the first 3. But if you use Militia, that's going to do your napalm device. And then you can throw Arcanist Helm in the mid and pick up the slow for free. Yeah, abilities do the damage type of the weapon, exactly. So as long as you have a fusion weapon, all your abilities do fusion damage. So like your Carnage, your Spin will do fusion damage as long as you're using a fusion weapon. Well, you don't need it in Chaos 8, Thomas. Power levels are seriously blown out in the game, so no CC is really required in Chaos 8. You need CC for pushing high Onslaught. For just going through expeditions, you don't really need any. Use the right towers to counter the enemies of the expedition and you win. Or the right defenses. You know, for Chaos 8, the special enemy is the spiders, so any tower will work. However, there are geodes as well, and there's vanguards. So if it's a projectile tower, you'd want to add Piercer to it. So any tower with Piercer Servo, and you win Chaos 8. No CC required at all. Just a matter of sitting here and watching the mobs die, you know. But that's the good and the bad about the new gear tiers. You know, having Chaos 9 gear makes you ridiculously OP on any defense you put it on. And then additionally, with the change to pet empowerment stats, you've got so much more stat. I mean, we were doing content more than this difficult in Chaos 7 and 8 gear. Now we got Chaos 9 gear, plus we're getting... Well, how much stat am I getting here? 26,000. So I'm getting 26,000 free stat just off of a pet. And that was never a thing before, so that's all gravy on top. No, my reflect beams aren't doing anything. They're just there to reflect. Thanks for subscribing there, Tom. I do appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. I'm sure I have stuff on my reflect beams, but they're not doing anything. All they're there for is to protect versus X throwers. Nah, I don't even have anything on them. Look at the DPS. 658,000 attack damage. I might have something on them. I'm not sure. I'd have to look. I'll look here at the break. But they're there purely just to reflect right now. They're not there to do anything else. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. You know, getting a hex thrower, getting uppity. So it's not a super regular occurrence, but it does happen, you know, every now and then. So don't need them hex throwers getting uppity. Yep, exactly what I just said. Just same as every other defense in the game. Take your relic off of any projectile tower that you have that's set up in the entire game, throw it on your archers, and they're good. So, you know, the first rule is get to the speed cap. The second rule is find the range you're happy with. The third rule would be stack power, and then add any specialty mods. Like, it's a projectile, so Piercer is a good idea to have on it. So I've got Piercer Servo on it. But, I mean, there's no diversity in Dungeon Defenders 2. It's literally the same as every single damaging defense. You can get through the entirety of the game with no mods at all, just by using the correct defense with Destruction, Defense Rate, and Deadly Strikes. Shy of pushing high Onslaught, which nobody does anymore anyway, you can get through the entire rest of the game. So don't be fooled by all the mods and everything you're getting. Most of them are complete junk. Same thing with the shards. Most are complete junk. Zero complexity. This map has the chance of getting the little airship, the haunted... What's it called? Somebody else probably knows the proper name. Haunted airship or something like that. It's supposed to be a low drop chance from the victory chest. Fire servo. That's it. That's the only two new pets, Thomas. So if you've got the gold versions, you've got them all. There was only the ship and the Dino. Golden Haunted ship is bugged. You can't evolve it. I mean, it's a collector thing anyway. Like I said, it's not something you would want to use. So it doesn't even... I mean, obviously, they need to get that fixed, but it's not being a pet that you would want to use anyway. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, just none of them are going to compare to a Dragolich. The damage from one pet is nothing compared to what a Dragolich can do. A Dragolich is double damage for you and all your defenses. Well, I mean, you can get earth damage on any pet. There lies. But like I said, it's not something you would need or would really want. I mean, if you want to use it as a meme build or something, by all means, have at it. That's what it's there for, you know? But it's not a pet that you need. It's just a matter of collecting. Yeah, you farm plain motes from Chaos 1, 2, and 3. Guaranteed drop every map. The best place to farm would be Chaos 3. Too many. There, Bratva. Thousands and thousands and thousands. I've been playing the game for like 8 years. It looks really cool, Jason, but it's, once again, it's not a pet that you would want to use. It's just it's a collector thing. Gotta have them all, right? Isn't that what Pokemon taught us? Gotta catch them all. Pokemon demands it. Oh, it looks good. The little model of it is cool as hell, no doubt. I mean, there's a lot of good-looking stuff in DD2. That's one thing the game has never been accused of. The game looks good. The animations and everything looks quite nice. You could, but you don't really need to. And by switching your archers over to poison, you're diminishing the amount of damage they output. So, I mean, if you need CC in your build, that's certainly a viable option. But you're not going to really need CC in Chaos 8 unless you just want to. I have not. I've played most of the Pokemon games, but I haven't seen any of the movies. I think most of the movies are pretty bad, aren't they? Or are they good? I don't know. You guys tell me. Why on earth? Oh, because I don't have any mana. Oh, RNG-Lon's got all the mana. You hear the good guys always win in the movies? That's so true, isn't it? Like almost every movie. People want a happy ending there, Sacred Cow. That's why, you know? See, do we have everything? Looks like it. I don't really have, I mean, today I'm digging the archers, having fun using the archers, but I don't think it's the best. I mean, there's not really a best. I mean, use what you like. Is whatever you have the proper shards on and the proper mods on, that's the best defense. Most of them were exclusives, Elias, where they charged. So they can't bring those back without giving refunds to all those people that paid money, thinking that they were getting an exclusive item. A lot of this stuff has been rolled into Defender packs now. Well, that's the thing. It was a timed exclusive. They say, give us $15 sometime between now and November 10th, and you get this item. They can't go back and then make that again because they charged people under the assumption that it was something that was a timed exclusive, you know? Like those old Christmas, the 2015 Christmas cosmetics, those can never return. Because those were like a hard sell on them. If those returned, they would have to issue refunds. But yeah, there's some cool looking stuff. I mean, it's a free to play game, you know, there's a bunch of awesome cosmetics, no doubt. I like real-time strategy games and ARPGs. I think everybody appreciates a good story mode RPG type game too. You just don't get the time out of those, you know? My luck is awful, Michael. I probably won't find it. I'll end up borrowing one for somebody for the video. I'll eventually do all the new pets in this last update video, but, you know, I gotta collect them all first. I wouldn't suggest switching over to PC, Thomas. There's a larger player base on both consoles than there is on PC. Nah, I don't really play Call of Duty at all. The last Call of Duty game I played was World at War, just to give you an idea. It's been a minute. Just don't, Thomas. Don't. Don't grind. The game's not good enough to grind on multiple platforms. Don't do it, man. Save yourself some quality of life. Don't grind DD2 on multiple platforms. It's just 1000% never worth. That, and people get the impression that they should play on PC when there's actually more players on Xbox and PlayStation 4. Chaos 4, the special enemy is Berserkers, and then there's going to be Geodes and Vanguards, so AoE defenses. Easiest way to beat Chaos 4 is spam Flame Auras down the lanes. If you're in Chaos 4, you're going to have the correct shards already. Destruction, Defense Rate, and Deadly Strikes. So put Destruction, Defense Rate, and Deadly Strikes on a Flame Aura. Spam Flame Auras down every lane. Turn on Netflix. Find yourself something good to watch and let it run. That would be the easiest way, in my opinion. Chaos 5's really easy if you can deal with the assassins. You know, the thing that gets everybody on Chaos 5 is it's the first time they died playing through the entirety of the game. You know, so they're not used to it. Chaos 2, you just use the right counters. Getting through the tiers, there are no mod requirements. Remember, all those tiers and all those enemies were all in place long before there was mods. Chaos 2, the special enemy is cyborgs, which disable ground traps, Rs, and nodes. So what's the answer to that one? Don't use ground traps, Rs, and nodes. Use towers. You know, spray up your favorite tower defenses. Poison dart towers and earth shatter combos work really, really well. Well, there's no reason to do that. Your materials don't go anywhere. Just save them all in the same account. No reason to swap those around. I'm using the special shard that gives it more bounces and then mass destruction and destruction. Same as literally every defense in the game. If it didn't have that special shard, I would be using Deadly Strikes. Ogreliciousness down there. Ooh, Nether Archer's destroyed. How the hell did that happen? No, crafting materials are crafting materials. They don't change. They all stay what they are. The captain did a drive-by. Setting that goal at 400 quick is not necessarily a bad idea, but 410 might be a little bit much. But 400 would be a pretty good mark. I mean, even really 390. But you got to make sure you have the base stuff first. Make sure you got good base sets on everybody. Well, I mean, that's the whole point of live streaming, though, isn't it? There, Assassin? If there's no interaction between the streamer and the chat, then there's no reason to live stream. That's what it's all about, man. You like the number 400? That's fair. But I don't know, though, Quick. If I was to set that limitation for myself, I think I would definitely do 390, I think. Because there's really, really good stuff that's going to be 390, right? 420 seems like something. That's just too high, though. Literally. I mean, you could go your entirety of DDA and never find a 420 rifted piece, you know? You have yours set to 300 just in case you miss a 1 in 5 offhand? Man, they got nailed again here. They got nailed here too. Doesn't matter now. That's end of the map. Come on and die already, Quibs. You know you wanna. Let's see that egg. Let's see it. I did not see an egg spit out of there. Boo. Boo, boo. Back to the drawing board on the eggs, I think. No good. How much DPS I got? I have no clue. Try it one more time. More than what's needed. I have no idea what the number is, though. I'll look here. Oh, no. DD2's potato server strikes again. Or nope. All right, I got in. Oh, shit. This is going to be a mess. Oh, no, never mind. Aramir's here building too. Plenty of time with 2 builders. I click G, but I click G for build phase. I didn't realize somehow we were already in build phase. Looking good, looking good. See, in DDA, you do that, you can un-G it. You just hit G again, and it takes it off. So not an issue at all. Yeah, the new Dungeon Defenders game, Dungeon Defenders Awakened. Which, I mean, you know, it doesn't exactly happen all the time, so it's not that big of a deal. Should be a big update coming in the next couple of months. It's different. If you enjoyed DD1, you would probably like DDA. If you'd never played DD1 and you only played DD2, you probably won't like it. It's very different. Very different than DD1 and DD2. Or very different than DD2. But DD2 being a free-to-play game, it's got that whole monetization thing, you know? Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do, you know? But as a general rule, like, if you really liked DD2, but you've never played DD1, you've got a solid chance of not liking the game, because you're not really going to understand, like, where the game is coming from. DD2 and DD1 are very, very different from each other. In fact, the only similarity is the name. The name and the original 4 characters. Well, Chaos 9 and 10 wouldn't really cost them very much, so I would hope that they add that in eventually. Chromatic's return on investment in DD2 is non-existent. DD2 was a huge loss and a huge tax write-off. It cost many, many millions of dollars to make and never made that money back. Now, Chromatic probably picked the game up for like two fuzzballs and some pocket lint. So I imagine Chromatic as a company's return on investment is probably pretty good. I mean, the bank that was running DD2 was about to shut it down when Chromatic came in and bought it. So DD2 was in the bankruptcy pile, ready to be shut down. DD2 is worth half a pack of gum. I mean, that's probably what they paid for it, minders, to be fair. If you look at the interview from Augie, he didn't even want DD2 when he tried to buy the company back. All he cared about was getting the rights to DD1. And the investment capital firm that ran the company that created DD2, they're like, well, you can have this too. So I don't know, you know, I mean, they'll never reveal the financials like that, but I would guess that the difference between getting the Dungeon Defenders franchise name and having DD2 added into the mix probably was not much, if anything. Like, it could have been even a matter of, hey, if you're willing to pay for this, we'll give you this for free. So, I mean, looking at it that way, Chromatic as a company, I mean, they should be making good money off DD2. There's no reason for them not to add more stuff. Trendy wasn't. Trendy created Dungeon Defenders. Dungeon Defenders was wildly successful, and an adventure capital firm called Insight Venture Capital bought Trendy and created Dungeon Defenders 2. Hence the free-to-play and all the pay-to-win, all that stuff. Yeah, you can look them up. It actually they still show Trendy as one in their portfolio. Called Insight Venture Capital. They own hundreds and hundreds of companies. It's an investment company. You know, they buy companies out, run them into the ground, and then sell them. I'm sure they have some successful companies too. You have to forgive me, I'm a little biased by what they did to Dungeon Defenders. I'm on US West, Stokey, but this is gonna be my last map. No luck today. We'll try again, though. This will not be the end of the pet farming. But I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then I want to check out that Warframe update that hit today. So I'm probably going to be streaming that over on Twitch. Yeah, if you look in their portfolio, Michael, it still shows trendy. So Augie, the CEO of Chromatic, he was one of the original... He was the CEO of Trendy when they made Dungeon Defenders. So he sold the company, or was one of the folks that sold the company to Insight Venture Capital. And then after they ran the company into the ground, he... oh my god, it's Twinkie. I didn't realize. We were graced by Twinkie himself. And then Augie bought it back. It's like the little guy. The little guy wins big. Now Augie's far from a little guy. He owns quite a few different companies. He's a millionaire, you know. I'd just be happy with any of the boats. I don't have to get a golden one. I mean, I didn't get the regular ship yet. But then again, I haven't tried either. This has been my first attempts at getting it here. Well, I mean, as long as they don't run the companies into the ground. I mean, Tencent's a massive investment company. You know, they've got big money. I know a lot of people really despise Tencent. I don't necessarily despise Tencent, but it's a matter of what are they going to do, you know? Are they going to let the game developers be developers and design their own product? Or are they going to do like what Insight did with DD2 and get in the way of the creative process of the game, you know? And we'll have to see. I don't really know enough to have an opinion past that, to be honest with you. I know Tencent owns Warframe now. But, I mean, from what it looks like, it doesn't look like they're taken away from DE's creative process at all. Forgot you had 2 pages of 10s on this account from resets. That's fair. Oh, I don't know. Rafa, we'll have to see. Got a Quibs, and looks like Quibs is already down. Or no, he's not. Where is he? Quibs is up top. Man, it looks like Malthius and Quibs are down. Everybody killed him. I gave 0 help. Alright, come on, you stupid egg. Nope. Dang it, man. What the hell? No eggs for me today. Looks like the only eggs I had today were with the sausage for breakfast. I did have me some eggs and sausage. It's all good. Like I said, when I find the stuff, I don't have any reason to play DD2 again, so I'm not necessarily against not finding it for a little while. Well, the snowmen are a guaranteed drop, though. These are not, sadly. Let's see. No 10 out of 10s either. Boo. Not a good one, though. Oh, I hear you there. You see, DJ, you know how it works. Like, I personally didn't want snowmen, so I've got like a pile of good snowmen sitting on the floor in my tavern. But I personally wasn't really looking for snowmen. So because of that, you know, because of that, I've got good ones. My nemesis is still the dice. I just cannot find decent dice. Anyway, y'all, that is going to get it for me for today. Like I said, I'm probably going to be live in a little bit over on Twitch, checking out the Warframe update. Not positive on that yet, but that is my plan at the moment. But I'm going to take a little break first and go say hi to the wife and make sure she remembers what I look like. And anyway, thanks a ton, everybody. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful week. And I will see you all next time. Take it easy.